Hi, my name is Stephen Price, and in this sound.net.nz post I'm going to walk you through how I have mic'd up this drum kit for a recording session I'm currently operating for. Firstly, let me say I'm no expert on miking drums, but this way is working for me at the moment for this session. Different recording sessions will vary in how I mic the drum kit, depending on the sound the drummer is after. This drummer wants a punchy kick, so plenty of attack or lots of the first part of the kick signal, the impact. To achieve this, I have two mics on the kick drum. For a live sound setup you would normally only have one, and that is the first position I'm going to show you. This mic here is an Audix D6 kick drum mic. Another popular mic for kick, often used in live sound, is an AKG D112. The theory here is still the same. I have the mic just inside the hole in the rear skin, aiming towards the beater. This gives me plenty of that direct sound from the beater, and because the mic is inside the hole in the skin, it's not trapped in the rush of air that is trying to escape the drum. If I wanted a more thumpy sound, I could move the mic further out of the drum to get more of the air going past, but you start to lose the attack of the beater hitting the front skin. For this setup, I also have a mic on the front skin, aimed at the beater. This is an Audix ADX51. About any mic can be used here, from a Shure SM57 to a pencil condenser. I have put this here to really pick up the attack of the beater hitting the front skin of the drum. Because it is not in the drum, and so close to the point of impact, you get much less of the lower frequencies, and a lot more punch. It's not very common to see a mic in this position in a live sound rig, usually due to a lack of mics, and ability to phase shift the signal, so it does not mess with the signal we are getting from the mic on the other side of the drum. Moving on to the snare drum, here we have a clip-on mic on the top skin, an Audix i5, similar to a Shure SM57. This mic is positioned to not get in the way of the drummer, and to aim the head of the mic away from the side of the drum, where you get strange wave patterns as the impact waves rebound from the side. By pointing the mic towards the centre of the drum, we are getting more of the standing waves that define the sound of the drum. I also have a mic on the underside of the snare, a Shure Beta 57A, to pick up the sound of the snares. This, mixed with the mic on the top skin, helps me to alter how crisp sounding the snare is at any time, without altering the snare. Having a mic here is not common in a live sound setup, but is very handy to have if you have the resources. I also have mics on the rack tom and floor toms. There is only one rack tom in this case, but the same principle applies if you have two, mic on each, and similar to the snare top skin mic. We are aiming the mic away from the rim. For my floor tom, I actually have the mic attached to the bottom of the drum. This is because I was getting some weird resonances with the mic on the top skin, so by placing the mic on the bottom, I am getting a much deeper sound but less attack when the drum is hit. For this drummer, that was okay. Generally though, I would try to place a mic on the top skin or inside the drum and close to the top skin. Finally, we have the overhead mics. These are almost always condenser mics. I'm using large diaphragm condensers, a pair of AKG C414 mics, but a pair of pencil condensers would work fine and are often seen for this job. Another common mic for this is an AKG C1000. The setup I am using is an XY configuration, where each diaphragm is placed at 90 degrees to each other, as close as possible together. This is to avoid phasing issues and gives a great stereo image of the drum kit. Because this setup is in a studio, I can do this. In live sound, it is much more common to see the mics in a spaced pair configuration, where the distance to the mics is much less. You don't get as good a stereo image using spaced pair configuration, but you get more direct sound, and your mics are closer to the action, meaning less chance of feedback. There are advantages and disadvantages of every placement of overhead mics. This is what I'm using for this session, and it's working well. If you have any questions about what I've done here, and why, please ask me questions at sound.net.nz and I'll be happy to answer you. Till next time, thanks for watching.